Hey friends, Hattie here with Honeybee Stampers. I am going live over on my Facebook page on Sunday evening for happy hour with Honeybee Stampers. Hopefully you guys can join me here. I pushed back our time a little bit today, and I know I'm kind of sort of competing, not kind of sort of, I am competing with the Super Bowl tonight, but I wanted to hop on anyway and share with you guys this project, and I've got other things to share with you today as well. I always feel like I do. But I had an event earlier today that I found out about that I just couldn't pass up on. I was like, I can completely empathize with you guys when someone will say to me, oh, Hattie, I didn't know you were having that class or that event. And I'll say, well, I posted an event on Facebook or whatever. And they say they didn't see it. Now I get it because there was an event today with the Spouses Club for my husband's squadron. He's retired, but he's still part of that squadron that they did called a Galentine's event. And it was a cupcake making party. And I just couldn't miss out on it. So I tried to get in here earlier to do the video earlier. And of course that didn't work out. So here I am to do our Facebook Live, and then of course I'll upload this to YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here. Let me show you, while I'm waiting for this to kind of populate in everybody's news feed, let me share with you the cupcakes that I made. So I decorated three cupcakes. I ate one, but I decorated these 2 cupcakes, and look at the cute packaging that she had for us. So she showed us a couple techniques. I think my icing has kind of melted a little bit, but they're delicious. The cupcakes themselves were really, really good, and the frosting was super delicious, but she showed us how to use these piping bags to create this flower effect. I think, let's see here, this might be, I think this is the same, maybe this is the same tool that I used, and then I ate the other one, so you won't get to see that, but that was really fun. I've never decorated cupcakes like that before. I've always just taken the cupcake, taken a knife in the frosting or whatever, and smeared it around the top. And so that was super fun. I can see myself doing that in the future. Okay, so happy Super Bowl Sunday, everybody. Today's project that I'm going to share with you is this one. It's a very sweet and simple one, but it features some interesting product that I wanted to highlight today. So if you are catching this and you know you want to place an order with me, then here's the host code. I'm going to have it up kind of out to the side so you guys can take a look at it. If you use this host code, that is going to tag your particular order to me, and I appreciate that so much. So let's talk a little bit about this card. So this card right here features an online exclusive. So let me grab, this is my little online exclusive flyer here. If you're new to Stampin' Up, then you may not know that we are offering some items in catalogs, so in print, like these catalogs here. And then we also have some stuff that are considered online exclusives that you would only see if you hopped online. And so this is the one that we're going to be talking about today. It's called Meandering Meadow, and it's not brand new. It came out a couple months ago, but the reason I'm highlighting it is, one, it's back in stock because it did sell out at one point. But 2, they are actually going to be coming out with a paper pumpkin, our next paper pumpkin kit, that features product that coordinates with this suite. And so I wanted to highlight it a little bit. I hadn't really done it too much in the past, so that's why we're here. Okay, so it comes with a pack of designer series paper that's 6x6. And this paper is absolutely stunning. So this paper is called the Meandering Meadow 6x6 designer series paper. I'm just gonna flip through the patterns here. So on one side, you're gonna have these great landscape or scenery type papers. And then when you flip it over onto the other side, let me get through the rest of these. I'm sure I'm missing a couple because I've used them. This is all I have left. If you flip it over onto the other side, then you've got these great abstract, oh, well, those look like flowers there too. Beautiful patterns. Let's see what's on the other side. Oh, that's a scene and then kind of like abstract flowers there again. Okay, so I'm sure I'm missing a couple, right? But you're gonna get a full pack, and so the pack will actually come in 48 sheets. So it's a nice hefty pack, and you'll get 4 each of 12 different double-sided designs, all right? So the new paper pumpkin kit is going to coordinate with this kind of I guess, color scheme, and some of the card bases kind of look like this, right? So there's the paper. I love paper. And then the next thing that coordinates with this, or is part of this suite, is the Garden Meadow stamp set. So it's this really fun line art stamp set, and they have coordinating dies. So here are the dies. They're all kind of strewn about. So let me stick them on. I know I had, I thought I had brought a little magnet sheet. I usually like to, here it is. I like to put all my dies onto magnet sheets. You can use magnet sheets that you get from Lowe's. I've seen people do that. I actually get mine from Stamp and Storage because they're a little bit sturdier. But this is usually how I store them. So like this right here will die cut out the wheelbarrow. So you see that there's a lot of die cutting, so you don't have to do as much fussy cutting on this one. And then you've got all of this like great grass type stuff here. You can layer that really nicely. Okay, the other thing that's part of this suite of products is a bolt of ribbon. And let me see, where did I put that ribbon? Here it is. So the ribbon looks like this. It's very soft. It's called pecan pie. And let me see what they call it other than that. It just says pecan pie center stripe ribbon. So that's what that looks like. Very easy to tie. It's soft ribbon. So you'll get that. And then something that's very popular that sold out a couple times. I'll have to rearrange these so that they all fit. Let's see, we'll stick that there. Are the gems, or the embellishments. So the embellishments are the adhesive back dragonflies and birds. And let me see where I put those. This is all I have left from that pack. So it looks like I just have the birds. So we've got a couple different birds, one going this way, one going that way. And then there's also some really pretty dragonflies. They're very thin and flat. And so they're great to add to a card, and it just kind of makes the card pop a little bit, and then you can ship it no problem, or mail it. So anyways, those are the coordinating dies that go with the stamp set. And I forgot one more thing. That's for the fence. If you were to stamp this fence, you could cut it out with that. All right, so there's that. Okay, I think those are all the pieces to the suite. Yep. All right, so know that that coordinates with our upcoming paper pumpkin. Let me set that to the side. All right, now let's grab, and I have some more card samples to show you with this product, but let me grab the pieces to create this card, and we'll get started there. You guys will have to comment below who, if you're watching the Super Bowl tonight, and who you're rooting for. I think I mentioned in the last video that my husband is a major Packer fan, so he's really not very interested in this game tonight. So, and I didn't really grow up watching a whole lot of football. I mean, my parents watched basketball when Michael Jordan was in it. But aside from that, we weren't really big football fanatics at my house. Okay, so we're going to use crumb cake for this card. This is one of the dies that is part of that die set. So it's this one right here, which is really cool. I love that one because it'll die cut this little kind of window peek through, but then you'll have that piece here that you can use to stamp on or use for something else. And I'll show you a sample of both of those in use. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to grab one of these papers here. And since I'm using a lot of yellow, I think I'll use this yellow piece here. I'll use this one. Let me see what the other side looks like. Yeah, we'll use that one. And then I'm going to kind of point out these two here, these three items here. These are dies that are called the Love of Spring dies. And so you may not have seen these before. Maybe you have. They look like this. There's 4 that come with this, and they're just really so pretty. These dies actually are Paper Pumpkin exclusives. And so what that means is if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you have an option to purchase these dies, and they're only $12, and you get those 4 dies. I mean, this label die right here is just like, it's just worth its money, in my opinion. So I wanted to showcase those dies, so I used the daffodil here, the love, and then that little label die, but I cut it. And so that's what we're going to use on this particular card, seeing as how Paper Pumpkin is going to be featuring product that coordinates with this. And these particular dies are part of a new program that they're doing with Paper Pumpkin. So we used to come out with a coordinating product with every Paper Pumpkin. And now what they're doing is they're coming out with coordinating dies that go with every Paper Pumpkin in that particular quarter. So for the first quarter, there these dies here. So the Love of Spring dies. And there's 4 dies here, and they're going to coordinate with Paper Pumpkins for January, February, and March. So obviously this Love one here coordinated with the February kit, which I showed you guys earlier, and I've got the other sample of that I'll share in a minute. Let me grab my trimmer. And I did die cut these out, but I'm going to show you how I colored it. Okay, so what I want this to be is I want to cut this down to, let's see here, just under 4 inches. So I don't want it to show through the side. And then, grab this piece and see where it's going to lay. Okay, I would like a little bit more of the clouds in there, so I'm going to cut off this bottom piece here at just under 5 1/4. Oh, I think my paper trimmer's out of the camera shot. There we go. So I just cut it. This is just under 5 1/4 and just under 4. The reason I'm saying just under is because this layer right here is 5 1/4 by 4, and I just don't want the paper to be sticking out the side, if you know what I mean. So this is going to layer on here, but before we put that on, we're going to lay this on here first. Okay. Now let me just take a look and see, because we're going to pop this up. Yep, perfect. All right, so I'm going to lay this down with some adhesive. This paper is so stunning, and I'm telling you, you can just grab like pretty much any piece and just slap a sentiment on it, and the card is going to be gorgeous. Now to put this piece on, I'm going to use our adhesive strips. Okay, these are our adhesive strips. Hi, Nan. You watched football a lot? Maybe I need to just bite the bullet and start watching. I don't know. I just find myself, flitting around the house, upstairs, downstairs, all over the place. I just can't sit still. We do a family movie night on Friday night, and Sterling gets to pick out the movie, and my husband makes some really good popcorn. And so I can sit through that. Like this past Friday, we watched a new Thomas the Train. Well, it's new to us, movie, and it was just so much fun. It's so much fun to cuddle on the couch. But to sit and watch a football game, I don't know. Like, I find it to be kind of stressful, especially with my husband loving the Packers as much as he does. So I'm just putting the adhesive strips all the way around there to kind of help pop it up, and then you just pull the backing off. So when they're losing, even though I didn't grow up being like a huge Packer fan, I'm like stressed out. I'm stressed out when they're losing. So I'm like, this is undue stress. Okay, let me see here. I'm going to just center this. Excuse me. Just like that. So it kind of looks like a window. So cute. Okay, and then this piece right here, again, from the dies. It's this die right here. I love this die. So again, you have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to purchase this before this sells out, these little dies. And I will share with you some tips, in my opinion, as to how to get the best bang for your buck with Paper Pumpkin. All right, so now we're going to take some Old Olive. The colors that are part of this are actually garden green, but I am going to color in the daffodil with some blends, and we don't have a garden green Stampin' Blend. So I'm just going to stamp with right there in the top right corner. Okay, that's my extra. And let me bring this in. So I've die cut all of these pieces already. So here's my love, right? So if I were to case it just as I've done here. And then I'm going to show you how I colored these. But I wanted to die cut in the white just to see what it looked like. And I guess I'll have to play around with that. But you could totally color this. This is actually not our basic white, but our watercolor paper. I just wanted to see how that would look. I like it, but it's kind of too bland. Okay, so back to this. Now we're gonna grab some Stampin' Blends. Stampin' Blends work better with this than the Stampin' Write markers, because Stampin' Write markers on this watercolor paper, you can like see all the streaks. So let me grab one of our silicone sheets here. Okay. And then I'm gonna take, this is the Old Olive Stampin' Blend. And I'm just gonna color where the stem would be. It might be easier to color with the brush tip end, but my brush tip is kind of beat up, so I'm gonna use this nib. Okay, there we go. And you might even want to color on the sides so that you don't see the watercolor paper, that white or that cream color showing through. There we go. And then I'm going to take, this is pumpkin pie. This is the lighter pumpkin pie. And I'm just going to color this part of the daffodil. Don't know what this part is called, but there we go. And then we're going to take our light daffodil and we're going to color the flowers. I tried with the dark and it just was a little bit too dark for what I wanted, so I'm going to stick with the light. So once you color it all in like that, you can go back in and maybe make the edges a little bit darker to give it some definition. If you wanted to, right? And same with the pumpkin pie. You can layer a little bit more color on there if you'd like. Okay. So that is how I went from this watercolor paper daffodil, which is pretty, to the colorful one. And you can change all the colors, do them however you'd like. Now for this little piece here, I do want to cut part of it off because I don't want all of it taking up. And honestly, I probably could have left it like a full, I probably could have left it full, because for this one, it had kind of a path that I didn't want to cover up. But with this one, I probably could have left it full and done that. Anyways, we'll just copy it as is. But before we put that down, we're going to add a little adhesive to the love. Now, if you had our adhesive sheets, which would be ideal, then I would recommend using that. If you don't, you're gonna have to use some of our liquid adhesive, and just the tiniest bit goes a long way. And when you have a silicone mat like this, nothing sticks to it. So this is a great surface to add adhesive. Okay, let's bring that in, and I'm gonna move it down so that the width is located right there. Ooh, I was really heavy-handed with the adhesive there. Okay, let me add a little adhesive to the back of this one, and we'll add it to our card. And then I'll try to clean it up. Move that silicone mat out of the way. I do like how much of this yellow is in this card. Sheesh, I made a mess with that adhesive. Okay, stay still. Now to clean up the adhesive, I just kind of take my Stampin' Write scissors and try to scrape it off, because this adhesive, if it oozes out the side like that, it's very tacky. Tacky as in sticky. So there's that, and then there. Okay, now we'll bring our little daffodil back in, and I'm just going to have that daffodil sitting up there. Add a little adhesive here and here. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to grab those gems that I shared with you earlier. Even though I don't have any more dragonflies, we'll put these birds in. So we'll do a bird way up top here. And then we'll do one of these little birds down here. Maybe we'll do it right there. And we probably could do another bird there if we wanted to do the rules of 3. So there we go. There is our card sample for tonight. And let me show you some more product. Or projects, I should say. This was our team meeting make and takes a couple months ago. And so it features, here's that same layout, okay? It features some of the same product, right? And then this one, there we go. And this one, let me see if I have a dragonfly, there we go. So those are what the dragonflies look like. They're really pretty and dainty and small and just cute. So you can see that this piece right here, this is the cutout, and then we use the negative for these two. So for these 2 cards, there you go. Super simple. Okay, so doing our team make and takes is one of the perks of being a part of my team. If you're on my team, then you get a very discounted team make and take kit. Let's see here. This month, I'll show you what we're doing for this month's kit. We're creating all of these really pretty, fast, and fun cards. Thank you, Nan. So when my team, we have team members that are long distance, so they don't live near me, and we have team members that are local. So my local people, they come to the studio, and they can put those cards together, and they get product included and everything, and it's just a $15 fee. And then my team that's long distance, they would get one of these kits to go. So they would get the tutorial to put these together, they would get the product included here, and then all the cut pieces to make their projects. And this is only $19 to go. So that is a huge, if you've taken any of my classes, you know that's a really big discount for my team to be able to create and have fun. So that's just a perk of being on my team. And I'm mentioning that because now's the very best time to join. And I'm just going to point out something, a join offer that's going on right now before I share the rest of my stuff that I have on the table here. So if you love Stampin' Up, if you love the product, if you love getting a discount, if you love shopping early, if you love being a part of a team where you can get inspiration and win prizes and do make and takes like I just shared with you, and also get my tutorials for classes for free, then you're going to want to join. So it's only $99. Doesn't include shipping. So shipping is free, and shipping right now is so expensive. It's awful, actually. But you get to choose $125 worth of stuff, and you get this glass mat studio that comes with this big glass mat. I missed out on ordering this as a demonstrator, but hopefully they'll have enough left over that they'll open it back up to demonstrators to be able to purchase after celebration, so starting in March. And if that's the case, I will definitely jump in and grab that because I want this. I just missed the deadline to do it. They wanted to make sure they had enough for new stampers. So it comes with like a chamois and the silicone mat and this big glass mat table thing. I can't wait to show you guys when I do get it. Or if you don't want that, or maybe you have one already, then you could get an additional $30. So you can pick out anything that you want for additional $30. So that would be $155 for only $99. And then you get a discount on everything you buy for at least the next 3 months, okay? And you'll be a part of my team. So I just wanted to point that out because it's almost done with that really great special. And so I don't want you to miss out on that. All right, let me show you a couple other things. So thank you, everybody who placed an order during our ordering incentive. I will be shipping our ordering incentives out really, really soon for the celebration incentive. That's already done. And then I have these projects. So we talked about Paper Pumpkin and how the next kit, which it's live right now, like as far as registering for it. So if you purchase the Paper Pumpkin kit now, you'll get the one that coordinates with this Meandering Meadows. This was the one that I showed you guys from last the February, no, the January, this was the January kit. I have not gotten the February kit yet. I have seen sneak peeks of it, super cute. But I wanted to show you, this was this little tag right here was part of the kit. And this is a little Cersei that I put together. And I'm not going to mention why, because I'll be putting these in the mail once the item that slides in here arrives. I might do a little video on this to show you guys how to put these together. But this was like a little tag, I would say, and I turned it into like a little gift holder that I'm going to be sending out to some people who participated in a class of mine. So I just wanted to show that to you. The refill for this is available. I think it's $11, and you would get maybe 3 of these cards, or maybe 4, and then 4 of these little tags. I can't remember. But only thing you don't get is the stamp set. But everything else, all this pretty die cut stuff is going to be available, and it's so beautiful. So there's that. Let me show you guys a little deal that you can do during celebration for Paper Pumpkin. Okay, so we've got 2 opportunities. Oh yes, Nan, those should be coming back in, I hope, really soon. I can't remember what date I told you, but yes, they're coming back, those lavender dies. So this celebration, or this Paper Pumpkin, there's 2 ways to get Paper Pumpkin. You can either do a month-to-month subscription, which means that you just put your card on file and they charge, I don't know, $25 or $26. I can't remember exactly how much. And you get the kit just sent to you automatically. You don't have to worry about anything. But if you don't want to do that and you want to do Paper Pumpkin prepaid, which is what I recommend people do during celebration, is to get one of these prepaid options here, because then you get free celebration product. You get to choose stuff out of here for free. So we've got the 3-month subscription, and then you get to choose one $50 item out of here. If you do the 6-month subscription, then you get to choose either 2 $50 items or one $100 item. If you're on my email list, then this graphic was in there for you guys in the last email. And then if you do the 12-month prepaid, which is what I do, I always grab a 12-month prepaid in February and I let it run all the way until celebration the next year, and then I do it again. You can get a combination of 4 $50 items, or a combination of $50 and $100 items. Plus you'll get Stampin' Rewards. So you get $24.30 to purchase whatever you want online or in one of the catalogs. So the prepaid Paper Pumpkin subscriptions are the best. So I highly recommend you check that out. So here's what I was chatting about as far as Paper Pumpkin goes. This was the January one, Lovely Lavender. Okay. This is the February one. I haven't gotten mine yet, but I know it comes with these cute little treat boxes, and I love treat boxes and packaging, and so I can't wait to get that one. And then in March, so you can start registering for the March one right now. Stampin' Up! It's their Paper Pumpkin birthday, so they're going to send you a free stamp set. It's 2-step stamping stamp set in with that box. So you get 2 stamp sets with this particular kit. And then here's that $12 die that I was mentioning. So the love, the daffodil, the little leaves or whatever, and then this label. Awesome stuff. So there's that. Okay. And then I wanted to mention one more thing, I think. I do a card club, and the card club for this month is going to feature the hot air balloon, and you'll also get product included. So you'll get a 1/4 pack of this really pretty and fun and bright paper. You'll get a package of these gems, and you'll get some twine included with it, plus 5 adorable cards designed with this product. And I do as much of the die cutting as I can. And with this die, with the dies with this, they were very tedious. So there's a lot of little pieces, but you'll have those cut if I use those and prepped for you. So there's that. Let me just give you a little sneak peek of last month's. They're really pretty, and I will be actually putting up these tutorials for sale at a later date. So those are January's. This is going to be February's is what we're featuring. And if you're local to me, then you can come in person the last Tuesday of the month. If you're not local, you can get your kit to go. It's only $40 shipped, and it includes product. Okay, is there anything else I wanted to share? I don't think so. I think I covered it all. This paper is absolutely beautiful. So you can see both of these cards look so similar to each other, but they're two different patterns. So let me see if I have any questions. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much, and hopefully you'll have an enjoyable time tonight, and that your team that you're rooting for will win. All right, guys, I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.